The secret weapon isn't secret anymore. You're a driver, never passenger in life. And when you're ready, you won't have to try, 'cause you are the universe. Yeah, there ain't nothing you can do. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. That's why I believe in you. Yes, I do.
We're rolling, cool. Hi, my name is Kat and welcome to Good-VibeNation. What can I say? Good-VibeNation was a thought that first came to me in May of 2011 when I was sat under a tree randomly with my brilliant friend Bowsty. Since then, it's been a thought that just has never left. And it's grown from that little seed of an idea to being here now, beginning of January 2017, taking the next step of going onto the YouTube, which I hear is the place to be. So here we are. No idea how this all works, but thankfully my brilliant friend Andrea is hooking that up for me now. So welcome to GoodVibeNation. This is basically a recipe for life that I've followed for the last 9 years. And it's just basically the way that you can sort out your life and by managing your thoughts, managing your mind to create better for yourself. That's it in the simplest of terms. And my videos are going to be to take you through the recipes so that my great wish is that many more people will find brilliance in their own lives. Because all I was saying, I'm not going to bore you going on about my own path because we want to crack on to helping you sort yours out, is that 9 years ago, my life is absolutely unrecognisable to where I am now. So that's all I will say, and just hope that you enjoy. So let's get on. Sorry, thank you, Andrea, poking me. GoodVibeNation has been created for the overthinkers of the world. And, well, basically me, sensitive souls who just like continually seeing and overhearing of all the negativity and low vibe things that are in the world. If we all believe that the world has gone to the dogs, and we spend all of our time dwelling on this and complaining about the bad things in life, all we're doing is draining ourselves, which ultimately just breeds more negativity. So GoodVibeNation is hoped and intended to be something that offers ideas on how to make the most of our lives, to create better, and to get good vibes. The law of attraction is real. Thankfully, Rhonda Byrne and lots of other people have really put that out there since 2008. It went mental, didn't it? You didn't go to someone's house without finding the secret on the shelf. And that secret isn't so secret anymore. So thanks to those guys for bringing that more to people's attention, really. This is really what GoodVibeNation is to start looking at, the laws of life, which I am fascinated by. But to stay on point, we're starting with the law of attraction. And GoodVibeNation is intended to pass this essential nugget of truth on. Our aim is to share how important our vibe is. GoodVibeNation provides a simple life recipe. Our recipe will help you to ensure that the choices of how you're being and what you are doing will lead you to a life that you will find brilliant and will bring you moments of bliss. Follow this recipe to attract what you wish. This is to be in a state of brilliance. Okay, so what is brilliance? Brilliance is knowing and being yourself. It's understanding what it is that you want and then simply focusing on creating that. Our recipe will help you to do just this. GoodVibeNation is about raising the bar for yourself for each area of what we call the ingredients of your life. After all, how many days of life do we get? Who on earth knows? But what we do know is that our nation could be a nicer place if we all keep our own vibe in check. Okay, so let's go there. What vibe are you putting out? So our vibe is the energy we put into the world with our thoughts and actions. It's the sum of what we are doing and how we are being. So keeping your vibe in check simply means daily thinking, is my vibe dull or is it brilliant? And where is it brilliant? And if it's not brilliant, focusing on ways to make it more so. I'm not saying life has to be sweetness and light and airy-fairy every day, because obviously life is real. We can't control anything that anybody else does. says, thinks, behaves, any of that. We just need to focus on ourselves. It's the only power we have over ourselves. So know that every day you can choose differently, just by thinking differently and acting differently. And that is ultimately up to us. So getting the idea that your vibe is you, it's what you're putting out into the world. There's GoodVibe-Nation has this idea that there's a vibometer. So if you think of it as a scale, where at the top there's brilliance, there's happiness, there's love, you're feeling great, it's uplifting. At the bottom is where you feel flat about your life, you're low, you're dissatisfied, you're disappointed. So keeping your own vibe in check every day means you assess where you feel on this scale by the things that you're doing and how you're being. So this idea of a scale basically has come through alchemy. If you're interested in that, I'm fascinated by it. The idea that you can transmute from one state into another. There's masses about this in the bake section, and then how you manifest your wishes in the recipe. That's following in the method and the bake. So I won't get onto that now because we're going far too off point. But the idea that you rule your vibe, so each day choosing where you wish to be. By mastering our thoughts and our emotions, we are using alchemy, the divine part of magic, the good stuff. It's simply that knowing that our mind is far more powerful than we realise. And so our job is to take charge of our life, starting with our thoughts, knowing we're not our thoughts. There's a massive bit about that on the website, GoodVibeNation. I'll put the link below about you are not your thoughts. So you really need to take time to stop and really read that and then let it sink in. And if it resonates with you, then I think this recipe will too. But if not, then I really would save your time and give up now, really. Look at another channel. Okay, and so for those that still with us, as we discussed, life has a vibometer scale. Our thoughts and actions each day set where we're at, okay? So that's the scale where at the top we're satisfied and grateful. You can be neutral where you feel mediocre about things, or you can go lower when things aren't great, so you're complaining about them and you're comparing yourself with others because what you've got isn't really what you want. But maybe you don't want to change that or whatever. Maybe you like complaining about it, I don't know, but stuff in your life can be there. Hopefully you have got things to be satisfied with and grateful for, and this is what the recipe does. It breaks down your life, so it's not just you thinking about you and everything being crap. It sort of makes you be less childish about your life and your mind and your thoughts and your emotions, and map out as an adult your ingredients, which is what we'll come on to, but it's splitting your life out so you can discover where things might be not great. Like when I was back in 2008, completely burnt out and flat about life. Loads about that again in the website if you care, but let's move on now. So the top of the vibometer is where you get good vibes, because you are putting them out there. And the key, if you imagine snakes and ladders, the key of the ladder against falling down the snake of complaining or comparing or, whatever you're doing, is simply to appreciate all and anything good that is in your life. And that this is what we call astill, to always see the sunshine that is in your life. To do this is turning a magical booster key on your vibe, on the vibometer, to keep you away from low vibes. Okay, and if you are feeling less than brilliant and far, far, far from any sort of bliss, then just please ask yourself, are you zapping your vibe with any type of dissatisfaction and any type of disappointment? What are you creating for your life? Because these guys are the worst duo of low vibes. This is where you'll just feel flat if you're not inspired about what you are doing with your time and how you're choosing to be. Know that you really have to look out for the following aspects of human nature: complaining and comparing. Their power to zap and deflate your vibe, to basically put it into a lower state and greater state of negativity, is so quick and is so easy to get caught up in. The two C's of complaining and comparing, which bitching falls under, remember, are contagious. So be careful and be responsible for how many of your thoughts that you have every day, which apparently is near on 60,000, which is mind-blowing, really. How many of these you are spending complaining and comparing each day? That will keep your vibe low. Just think about that. So the aim of Good Vibe Nation is simply to share the recipe and method that I've created over these past 9 years and live by each day to keep my own vibe in check. The recipe began one day during a corporate training session, which was about setting goals and intentions for the work that I was asked to do for them. And this actually was great because it made me take stock of my own life. It made me think about where I was at for every aspect of my life. And this is the quote. So see if it resonates with you. So here goes. This is by James Patterson. Imagine life as a game in which you are juggling 5 balls. The balls are called work, family, health, friends, and integrity. And you're keeping all of them in the air. But one day you finally come to understand that work is a rubber ball. If you drop it, it will bounce back. The other 4 balls are made of glass. If you drop one of these, it will be irrevocably scuffed, nicked, perhaps even shattered. They will never be the same. You must understand that and strive for it. Work efficiently during office hours and leave on time. Give the required time to your family, friends, and have proper rest. Thank you, James Patterson. Love it. So Good Vibe Nation, in a nutshell, is giving you a how-to guide to getting good vibes, and it's written as a recipe. And when you follow the recipe's instructions, give the appropriate thought, action, and time to apply the method to your chosen ingredients, then apply the baking tips. If you do all of this, and don't worry, it will come clear over the following videos, then you will have no choice but to create a life that you love. One that is brilliant and one that will have many moments of bliss for you. We all have a mind that we are continually learning is far, far more powerful than we realise. And the law of attraction is just one example of this. So keep your vibe in check, be brilliant and be yourself. A still.
The secret weapon isn't secret anymore. You're a driver, never passenger in